4 months of runway, and then that became 5 months of runway. And now I'm at a point where I am not worrying where my next meal is coming from. And that is why Beastars is important to me, and that is why you guys are very important to me. And it's not just because you pay my rent. It's because you pay my streams. It's because you support me in ways that you guys don't even, like, doesn't register on your level, but like it's massive support for me. Even watching the show is huge. Netflix looks at those numbers. They do. And whether or not there's a high amount of people watching determines whether something is going to get canceled or not. And you guys made sure there was a season 3. You guys made sure there was a bunch of fun things like cologne that Legoshi wear, all kinds of really fun stuff that I got to try and show off on my stream. And I don't get paid to do any of that. Potter doesn't send me a check. I don't get residuals from the anime. In fact, I lost money recording Beastars, actually. I didn't have a car at the time. So the studio where they recorded Beastars was in Santa Monica. And that's about an hour's drive from where I live in the valley.
What?
And I took an hour Lyft ride to the studio for my session, which I got paid about $130 for. So I lost about half of that in a Lyft ride to and from the studio. So it's because I wanted to follow a dream. It's not for the money. But that's why I love Beastars. And thank you guys for letting me crash your panel. I was back there, I'm like, we put so much love into this. I don't know if I can interrupt this. This is so good. But I'll stay up here for out of polite, just make sure that everything goes well if anybody has any questions or whatever. But I'll stay up here for you guys and hang out until you're done.
Oh, thank you.
Jonah, I just want to say, been a fan since Attack on Space.
Hell yeah!
Yeah.
That's a deep cut, my friend.
I did think your voice was absolutely perfect for Legoshi. I did binge watch the English dub because I'm a dub person, not a sub person. I loved it. We are going to talk about the anime later, and we're not going to talk about you. And wait, one last question.
Yeah.
Did you read the manga before you did the voice? Oh, okay.
I was a huge fan of the manga and the anime before I did it. So when I got the audition, fun fact, I auditioned for Bill, Legoshi, Louis, Pina, a bunch of other people. But yeah, I loved it. I was a huge fan. I'm a big MLB, so why else would you be an anime voice actor? But yeah, also shout out to Jax in the back. He's the one that gave me his cosplay to come and spec out. Thank you so much.
Believe me, I'm so excited that you're here. I'm trying not to bang as or something, so bear with me. So now we're going to talk about actual Legoshi, which I did give. Yep, I gave it to you.
Let's try to remember the practice slides for this, because really, let's just talk about the fan translation error that I still, so many people still mention it, which honestly, I should start calling it Legoshi or Legoshi, but I don't know, I read the manga way before the anime came out, and all the fan translations were just Legoshi, and I just never changed it for some reason.
Never helps you sleep.
I get paragraphs about this. I literally get paragraphs.
As someone who's bad at translation, this always threw me off, but I'm always going to call it Legoshi. It will always be Legoshi to me, because I read the American translation, which was messed up, or they did not correctly translate it, but he'll always be Legoshi to me. You gotta keep going.
But yeah, he's named after Bella Lugosi, which again, how that translates, what I think is, I watched Gurren Lagann, and the character's name is Simone, but they pronounce it Shimon, so I assume that's why it's Legoshi. Yeah, that's what I assume, because maybe the C isn't as easily pronounced in Japanese, so yeah, and the incorrectly could be either one you want.
Yes.
As a casual student of Japanese, the thing is, he's named after a character that sound doesn't exist in the language, so it's kind of like a chicken and egg thing.
All right.
It really is a chicken and egg thing, really, because the SI sound, it just doesn't exist in Japanese. It's just she. So.
Just really quickly, we'll hold answer some questions at the end of Sarah.
Oh yeah, just because